Welcome back to our channel, and thank you all for tuning in and thank you for supporting us. But if you're new to this channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please encourage us by doing so, and we shall continue to bring you the latest news as they come. And together we can work with our great leader maq IPOB and Eastern Security Network to make our Biafran dream a reality. He said. The Nigerian Army Chief, General Yahaya, while speaking to injured Nigerian soldiers involved in the counter-insurgency operations, he told the Nigerian soldiers that Nigerians are proud of them, of their sacrifice, and prayed for their speedy recovery. He said that the Eastern Security operatives are 100 times stronger than the Nigerian soldiers, terrorists Boko Haram and İŞİD put together, and they have made Nigerian security agency record more deaths than they have recorded in their past 10 years of fighting Boko Haram insurgency in the north. The army chief continued by saying that they do not have answers on how to overrun Biafra land after their counter with unknown gunmen and Eastern Security Network at ÇİHİ in Abia State, where the Nigerian Joint Security Forces were helpless and decimated. They were decimated. The army chief said that the majority of the Nigerian terrorists in military uniform have given up on the capture of Biafra land, except they get help from the United Kingdom and the United States of America military forces, like they did in 1967 to 70 Nigerian genocide civil war. The army chief said that even the Yorubas and the Middle Belt have all vowed not to support the Fulani Nigerian government in their fight against Biafrans, because they know that after fighting Biafrans, the Fulani Janjaweed will turn their guns against the Yorubas and the Middle Belt. The Fulani Nigerian government have tried to persuade and deceive the Yorubas and the Middle Belt without success, because our leader maq have exposed the Fulani Janjaweed lies, their plans and their strategies. Now everyone is aware, and the caliphate of Fulani has been finished. It has, our leader finished the Fulani caliphate. He decimated them. Now they cannot do anything. They are afraid. They know that they have been, they have been destroyed. And that is what the army chief is telling them. He's telling them that Eastern Security Network is the reason why the Nigerian army and the Joint Security Forces are quiet now. They are quiet because they have exhausted all their plans. They have exhausted all their plans. And that was why when they were decimated at ÇİHİ, what they did was they started burning innocent people's homes and arresting Biafrans. Or like what happened in Imo State some weeks back, when some people were sharing onions, to Biafrans. And the Fulani called in the military to the scene. They called them in. And they started shooting every Biafrans they saw on the streets, claiming that they are unknown gunmen or Eastern Security Network. But that era is gone because the Fulani Janjaweed have been exposed. They are no longer getting help. Even their chief supporter, Olusegun Obasanjo, abandoned them yesterday. He abandoned them. He abandoned them, even though we know we cannot trust all these efulefus, like Obasanjo, who is a slave to the Fulani. But you know there is an extent to which you can enslave someone and keep that slave perpetually. One day the slave will get freedom. And you know, because of Eastern Security Network and our leader, ﷺ Nnamdi Kanu, many of the Fulani slaves are now awakening. They are now awakening. Even the little Hitler of Rivers State, ₦Nyemson is a little bit quiet now. He's trying to buy the heart of Biafrans in Obigbo and other areas that belongs to Biafrans. He's trying to do some small projects in order to make them happy. But you know, they will surely pay for it. They will pay because they have sinned and the judgment day will come upon them. And now the Fulani Nigerian Security Agency, their army chief, that the Fulani slave governors and the Efulefus rely upon, they depend upon, are now saying that Eastern Security Network is 100 times stronger than the Nigerian army, Boko Haram and İİSWAP put together. And this is what the Efulefus and the governors in Biafran land should understand. They should not be afraid of the Fulani Janjaweed, and they should stop all this their unity begging. Because the one Nigeria and the unity of Nigeria only favors one tribe, the Fulani Janjaweed, because they have, created a fraudulent constitution that enabled them to place themselves in the position of authority. They use the fraudulent constitution to ensure that nothing will move in Nigeria, in that zoo called Nigeria, without Fulani supporting. If you check back to retrospect, if you look at all the coups in Nigeria, military coups, if the Fulani does not support that coup, the coup fails. It fails. Like the İİN'T coup, it failed. Not really his coup, but it was Nzogu's coup, a Biafran. But İİN'T took over. But because the Fulanis were not involved, it failed. The Awka coup failed because the Fulanis were not involved. The Dinka coup failed because the Fulani were not involved. The Fulani Janjaweed they have done and put everything in place to ensure that the Fulani rules Nigeria perpetually. And that is why they are crying and begging and enforcing one Nigeria. And now their army chief is crying and saying that they never knew that Eastern Security operatives were 100 times stronger than the combined team of Nigerian army, Boko Haram and İİSWAP put together until they had encounter with them at Olu and Ebonyi. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters, for watching this video, and thank you for supporting our channel. Please watch out for the next, and bye-bye for now.